Hello inspiring Charitam fans. How are you doing? We bring stories that are unique and inspirational. This story is about a man who tries to reconcile with his girlfriend after cheating. But he unnecessarily tortures himself to be with her before realizing that something can never be fixed. Let's hear it. Jordan and Amara were not a match that someone would have imagined. Both were from different professions and were from different countries. Jordan was an engineer and was from Europe, and Amara was a theatre artist and an immigrant from Australia. Both of them were staying in the US for around 5 years. Jordan made some friends, and at a party, they were introduced. They had a lot in common, especially about how they were coping up in the new country. Soon, they started hanging out and they started liking each other. Jordan expressed his feelings about a year later, and was overjoyed when he realized that Amara was equally interested. They started officially dating. Even though they had different professions, they were quite respectful of each other's work. In fact, they went the extra mile to support each other. Jordan was in the security networks of a company and often had to stay late in case required. Amara was always supportive of it and would help him deal with the situation. Jordan often went to Amara's show and had always listened to her about new scripts, different acting methods, and so on. They were doing very well as a couple. They were together for about 4 years. Jordan planned on proposing to Amara and even found a ring for her. He had to go to his native country for a month because of some family emergency. Amara was quite supportive of that. During this time, Amara didn't want to bother Jordan much because he was already dealing with so much. But she had a very hard time. She lost few opportunities to work in few series with big production houses. Even though the roles were quite small, but it was her chance to prove her skills. She was stuck in the theatre for a long and wanted to move to bigger screens. She was quite upset and confided in one of her co-workers. They were together in theatres and were good friends. But one night after few drinks they crossed the boundary and she cheated on Jordan. The next morning when she realized the gravity of the situation, she broke down. She could not have done that at any worse time. Jordan was dealing with so many family issues. She immediately distanced herself from the coworker. But she was ridden with guilt. Jordan came back after few days. He looked stressed and Amara was petrified of overburdening him with the truth. She decided to keep it with herself for some time before telling him. A month later, Amara found out that Jordan has secretly purchased a ring for her and was planning to propose. She broke down and could not take it. That night she confessed everything to Jordan. There were mixed emotions. On one side he was relieved that he didn't have to live with a lie, and on the other hand, he was mourning the relationship he had with Amara. He knew that it would never be the same. Amara apologized and gave him every detail. She owned all her actions. But there was one problem. She could not have just ghosted the person whom she slept with. He was one of the co-actors who was part of the same group. They would share the stage often and would even be paired on screen. She promised that her relationship would be strictly professional and she would never have any kind of relationship outside of the work. The promises meant nothing at that point. Jordan was broken and told her that he was planning to propose, but now he would like to delay that until he trusts her again. It broke Amara's heart, but she knew Jordan was right. For the next few months, Jordan and Amara tried couple counseling. They tried communicating better. They tried to get involved more in their lives. But soon they realized that they did everything in the past. There was hardly anything missing. Once, Jordan went to one of her shows and he saw Amara and the affair partner in a romantic scene together. He had a panic attack and somehow left the show. Amara realized later and Jordan stopped going to her shows. During the attempted reconciliation, actually, they stopped doing many things that they did earlier. They didn't have the same wavelength. Amara was scared of hurting him more and stopped sharing anything from her professional life. Jordan was tremendously depressed about everything. He just could not take the stress any longer. He realized after 3 months of attempt that he was torturing himself to stop the inevitable. The moment Tamara went outside the relationship, it was over. They were just trying to fix something broken to its original form. It wasn't possible. Jordan had to end it. He sat Tamara down and told her that even though she did everything right after cheating on him, nothing would change how she wronged their relationship. Her actions could help him heal over time, but he could not go through the agonizing journey. He said if destiny wants, they may see each other again. But they had to end it. Tamara cried and apologized again. She said she would not want that. She loved him and she was sure they would come out stronger. But Jordan knew the pain was too much and he had to separate himself from everything. Jordan moved out a week later. Tamara knew her actions destroyed everything. Maybe she did love Jordan, but her actions proved otherwise. She knew that there was no coming back now. A year later, Jordan looked much happier and seemed the same old funny guy. He moved places in the same city. He went no contact with Tamara and recovered. Tamara saw him at the Starbucks a few days back. He looked happy. He was with someone, not sure whether he is dating again, but he didn't look in pain. Tamara quickly left the spot. She didn't want to face him. She didn't want to become the trigger again for him. She could not move on even now. The walls still have their pictures together. She is still struggling to get into bigger screens. She does not hate the man she slept with. She knows it was her who betrayed Jordan and not him. Sometimes, we go through agonizing pain to fix something. But not all relationships worth having the pain. If you are in reconciliation and you cannot move past the pain, the first thing you should do is to separate yourself from it. You cannot heal any relationship unless you have started healing. What do you think about the story? Please share the feedback and your suggestions. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon to get a notification whenever a new video is uploaded. Please check the other videos in the channel too. Stay healthy and happy. Have a great rest of the day wherever you are. Thank you so much for watching.